Hi, I'm Brandon, and today I'll be your navigator as you explore the topic, fear of change. In today's Bible story, we find a group of people who are very comfortable with each other. They speak the same language, they talk the same way, use the same words to describe things. Maybe they even dress alike, follow the same customs and practices. And these people are on a journey together. At some point on the journey, someone had the wise idea to build this huge tower that reached the sky. Imagine the tallest structure you've ever seen. Maybe it's a church steeple, maybe it's a business building, maybe a national monument like the Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower. Well, this tower that these people wanted to build, it was taller than all of these things combined. And why did these people want to build this tower? Well, the Bible teaches us they wanted to make a name for themselves, and they were afraid of being dispersed across the world. Then God comes down to see the tower that these people built. And something about these people and their actions causes God great concern. The Bible doesn't tell us whether God was angry or sad. It just tells us that God is concerned. Maybe it was their sameness, their group thinking, their conformity, maybe even their pride that caused God concern. And so what does God do next? God disperses their language and scatters them all over the earth. When I was in the 8th grade, one of the most frustrating things was going to the cafeteria. I absolutely hated it and tried to find any reason not to go. There was something about it that was so frustrating. I would walk in and all the jocks would be in the center hanging out. The cheerleaders would be dispersed around them. The black kids over here, Latino kids over there, band geeks over here, and the student government leaders somewhere trying to run something. And I didn't know where I fit into it all. In some ways, my 8th grade experience in the cafeteria resembles a broader human instinct, and that's to surround ourselves with people who look like us, people who think like us. There's something about sameness that's comfortable. When I would go to the cafeteria, I would try to make it my business to sit with someone who was different than me. I would sit with the jocks I didn't really belong, but I would hang out with them. I would sit with the band geeks, sit with the theater geeks, and try to learn something different. There was something about our difference that was generative for me. I continue to do that today in my adulthood. I try to make friends with folks who are different than me. If we read the Bible story today and we take it seriously, we see that God appreciates difference. In some ways, God creates difference and calls us to live into this. Let's think about these questions together. How do we recreate circles of sameness in our world today? In the cafeteria, in the classroom, in our families, in our churches? Based on our story today, how do you think God responds to our human instinct to surround ourselves with people who think like us? As people of faith, how are we called to respond to change? Now it's your turn to dive in.